Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of Deep Here. It's your girl Adeola Patron.
Hi guys, and it's me, Mariam, and we are back with a new theme this week.
Yes, but before we get into the theme, babe,
we need to catch them as usual.
Yeah, is there anything that you feel like you deeped this week?
Okay, so we are at the phase of my life where we are planning the baby shower now.
Yes.
You guys kind of have an idea. I've been engaged, I've done my introduction. Now that's all done. Let's focus on the baby. And let me tell you, do you know what? It hasn't been stressful for me. I feel like it's been stressful for you, my sister, my other friends. So if you guys don't know, Adeola, my sister, one of my other friends, childhood friends, are planning my baby shower.
Yeah.
And it being involved and out involved makes me realize how I don't like organising or planning any events. I always feel like something happens, but then also having a vision and then wanting your vision to come to light doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating. I don't know how you found it like so far, because we've come to a venue now. I think the hardest thing was the venue, and obviously we know the theme.
Yeah.
How have you found it?
So I think for me, what I realised planning this is that moving forward, I don't like, do you know what? I like working as part of a group, but I don't like when so many people can have a say, because I feel like you might do your part, but then because respectfully, I'm running it through A, B, and C, who's also part of taking care of things, it makes things longer.
Yeah.
It's like I might find something and be like, oh yeah, this is nice. Okay, I'm going to go ahead with this, send it to someone. And they're like, oh, I think maybe we should do this or maybe we should do that.
Yeah.
And then something that I would have had done in like 2 days is taking longer because it's like, oh, now this person wants to add and then this person wants to add. And I just feel like you, my sister, and Olivia, because I feel like those are the only 3 people that can ever ask me for anything like that. I just feel like everyone needs to just have their bit that they do. So it's like not everyone is planning the whole thing. Because it's like too many people can fall into other people's stuff.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
That's the one thing. I think, I don't know, I feel like I had to...
Because I do enjoy it.
Yeah.
I just don't like having to hear other people's
opinions.
Yeah.
And especially, do you know what it is? What I've noticed is like when you have like a sister, you have a best friend and you have an oldest friend, there's 3 different, it's like, it's hard because everyone thinks they know me.
Yeah.
and then my fiance will be like, Maz, I know you. But it's like, no, it's like everyone knows different parts of me.
Yeah.
So I feel like you know that extravagan't like influencer, like
this is what she would want.
Me.
Yeah.
And then my sister will know, no, this is the love heart, the practical, logistic, like this doesn't make sense. Or like guys, let's think about money at this point, And you've got my old school friend who's kind of, do you think she's quite balanced? She's in the middle.
Balanced.
So she gets it, but then she also gets, okay, we have to like think logistically.
Yeah.
So I think there's 3 parts of me with you guys, which is what I think has been quite interesting. But I think we finally got to the stage. But can we have a little run about the first venue? Guys, you take over because you guys didn't want to tell me.
I feel like we should even name and shame.
Yeah, at this point.
I think we should.
But have we got the deposit back?
You don't have your deposit back.
Yet. Well, this episode will be back.
He has to give you your deposit.
Yeah. Okay, guys, there's always something.
So basically, Maz found a venue.
I didn't find the venue.
Okay.
My friend, Shan found the venue.
Yeah, so there was a venue that had been secured, deposit paid.
Yeah.
So we're planning everything to the venue, the decor, everything to the venue. Tell me why then this woman
But even before that, guys, matter of fact, right, I saw the venue, but I went there. It cost me £40. I think it was about £37 just to get there, to see the venue for 5 minutes, and then another £37 back. Do you know how short it was and how like I was happy with the venue? I spoke to women because the Uber driver that I had was just still waiting outside, and I still got the same Uber driver to take me back to where I was living. That's how quick. And I was like, I thought perfect. Like this woman does make sense. This venue makes sense.
Literally. So we had been planning for like maybe over 2 weeks now. We're basically done. It's just little details that we're finalizing. This woman that handles the venue messages us and is like, oh, by the way, would you be okay to have your event on the Sunday rather than the Saturday, because she has a booking on the Saturday? But she was like, you guys have priority because you have already booked for the Saturday.
And paid a deposit,
and
by the
paid
way,
for
very
the deposit.
quickly on the same day.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what, cool. Seeing as she wants us to do this, we could do it on the Sunday, but there needs to be some sort of incentive. So if she's taking money off something, then I guess we can move it to the Sunday.
Yeah.
So she did say she'll take off money for, was it the bar or something like
alcohol, something like that, because I'm learning now, like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe you have to pay to have your own alcohol at venues. It's all along.
So yeah, she took that cost off. So now the venue and the event has moved to the Sunday. So we've told everyone it's moved to the Sunday in terms of like people that are helping us with the decor, like behind the scenes, not the actual. You didn't tell your invitees yet.
Yeah, it was just that. I think once I knew was that venue, it was a save the date. That was what we told them for the baby shower.
Official invites hadn't been out yet, but behind the scenes for like decor and stuff, we told everyone it's now the Sunday, obviously, because they need to know to plan for it. Cool. So now it gets to like literally the month of like the week, like the last month of the month before the event, the last week of the month before the event. So the end of September, and the baby shower's in October.
Yeah, that's...
So it's like 3 weeks to the baby, 4 weeks to the baby shower.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So then she messages saying, oh, there's a slight problem because we needed the venue for the whole day because obviously we need to do the decor.
And guys, we're not paying about.
Yeah, so the event was meant to start at 3, but she said we'll have access to it the whole day. So obviously we could get there in the morning to do all the decor. She now messages us saying, oh, we will only have access to the venue at 3 p.m. on the Sunday because there's a church that books the venue every Sunday and they don't finish until 3 o'clock. And I was thinking, isn't that something you would say to someone when you're asking them to change the day when you know that they want the event the whole day? Anyway,
I don't know how you miss a church service. Church
someone that books every day.
Every day. Church is every Sunday at the same time. How can you not even think, actually, does this make sense? Because even if you still need to get them at the church, you still need to get rid of, give us space to decorate. So,
exactly. So you want them to be out 3 o'clock and then we start 3 o'clock. It doesn't make sense. So I blasted her on the phone. I was like, give me her number. I was blasting her. I was like, I'm so disappointed. And I hated how she was talking to me because I was annoyed. So obviously I'm talking like this, like, how have we booked the venue and you're saying that the church is at 3 o'clock and you want us to come at 3 o'clock? Are they all going to be out at 3 o'clock? Like, so this is how I'm talking to her because obviously I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
She's now telling me, I'm sorry, I'm not going to talk to you because you're being very aggressive. I said, first of all, is it because I'm black? Because I'm frustrated? No, because I'll always pull out the black card because what do you mean I'm being aggressive?
Yeah.
Because I'm talking like this because I'm frustrated and I have an event that you're now telling me at 3 o'clock.
And it's not the first little mistake. This is coming. Is it the third one now in a row? You've just come back to back with a mistake. And it's like...
And she's like, oh, I didn't know you needed it the whole day. It's because I didn't put it on the invoice. The invoice says it starts at 3 o'clock. But I said, if you check the WhatsApp, you said we'll have access the whole day. She's like, oh, I'm trying my best. I'm going to see if the church can move venues or if you can get the venue earlier. Anyway, cut the long story short, we had to end up finding another venue 3 weeks before the actual event.
And I think that's the worst thing. Like it was so hard with the
can I just say the venue is Old Street Gallery in St. Paul's. Don't go there. Babe, no.
Because sometimes
customer service.
And do you know what annoys? I'll get to the next bit. But what annoys me is that sometimes, like, say we used her with all that issue and we compromise so much, they'll be posting like Mariam used this, blah blah blah, trying to get all of that, not knowing. No, it was hell. Like it was hell. But my thing is I think like with this baby shower, it's been so hard because we also had another issue with the timing of like trying to compromise.
Can we put this dilemma out there and then we can ask them what they would do?
Okay, yeah, what's the dilemma?
Okay, so the dilemma Maz had was that we either use the same venue and she said the earliest we can have access to the venue would be at 2:15. So that would include setup and actually having the venue.
And also I needed to make sure we got the venue recorded because I want it to be a memory. I would have actually vlogged that day. Yeah.
So we would have access at 2:15, and with the timings, with the decor, the event would have been ready to start at 7 p.m. Okay?
Yeah.
That would have been on a Sunday.
Yeah.
The other option was to have the venue on the Friday, have access all day on the Friday.
Yeah.
So you can have the baby shower on the Friday.
Yeah.
Or the other option was to find a completely new venue. Bearing in mind, like, the decor and everything we had done was planned to the original venue.
Yeah.
So my thing was to Maz was that I don't think 7 o'clock on a Sunday is late to have a baby shower. One, because even though it's a baby shower, it's not for kids, it's for grown adults. And two, anyone that's coming to a baby shower would be friends or family. So regardless of the time, they're coming for love and to support the celebrant. So if you're going to be tired at Monday morning, it doesn't matter. Like, you've done it before. So I thought, instead of changing the venue and everything else, I feel like starting it at 7 would have been a little compromise.
Yeah.
That was my thoughts on it. And then what was your thoughts on it?
So I felt like I was torn, guys. I felt really torn.
She was torn.
I felt torn because I felt like that logic too, because I was thinking, well, I think sometimes it's our job. I think that this is where it's really hard, because I would think, like, I'll come at 7 on a Sunday to someone's baby shower. But my fiance, my fiance, and then my sister and Chantel were very much like,
not Chantel.
No, Chantel compromised.
Yeah, no,
it's my
Chantel,
fiance and
Chantel,
my sister.
I had backing.
Yeah, did you have backing?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So my sister and Chantel, my sister, my fiance were like, Sunday, 7 p.m. is a bit late. People have work, blah, blah, blah. And then we're thinking, the people that I'm inviting, they'll be at Eden on a Sunday.
People go out Sunday night and be getting home past midnight. You'll still get home before midnight.
But then I had to think about things like my mum. Do you know what I mean? She goes to uni. My partner's mum. Like, things like that. People that have, like, your normal, like, 9 to 5s. It was a bit...
I still feel like 9 to 5s can come out at 7.
I agree.
But I guess that age range, when you say mum and...
things
elders.
Like that, and she has uni mornings that, okay, my mum needs to be there. So it was that compromise. So it was really hard, because I was thinking, oh, F it, like, we'll do 7. And then when I was just thinking about it, even I asked my friend Wendy, he was like, yeah, 7 is a bit late. But then
7 isn't late, man.
Okay, let us know, hashtag obviously Deep It Pod, like, in this scenario, what you would do, because I felt like I had to be fair. You know what I mean? Because obviously I want everyone to come. And that was the thing. Me and Adeola were having this conversation. I was thinking, why am I compromising?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Can I just say, my thing with Maz is Maz will compromise for the better good of everyone. I would never do that. I would think what makes sense for me.
Yeah, I understand that. And I feel like but I feel like this is where, all right, I get it. I can compromise this. But I feel like the actual wedding, I realised that people won't like me next year. I've come
say this now,
no,
babe. I don't know, because guys, Maz can get easily shifted. Babe, that's not what you were saying 2 days ago.
It's because, do you know what? Sometimes, I like to explain it. I feel like with the baby shower, right? It's hard as well with the baby shower, because you've got to there's logistics, okay? Let's focus on the baby shower and then we get to the wedding. The baby shower, I feel like, I just needed it to be fair, because I do want the right people to come. Do you know what I mean? I want the people. I do feel
like everyone would have come. I do feel like everyone would have come. Your mum included, and whoever.
It just would have been harder. And then also as well, I did realise that when I done the trad, when we done the introduction, for me it felt like I was physically tired after that day. I was like, I don't want a long late evening thing. So
you would have been sleeping and chilling throughout the day.
I know, but I feel like it's a decent compromise. So we compromise. We ended up doing we couldn't even do Sunday anyways, where for a new venue, because we got a new venue just because that venue was cheaper.
But I will say, and also guys, I need to add this to the decision when you lot say what option you guys would have done. The original venue was better, and the original venue had better decor. That's all I'm gonna say. So
I personally,
you don't know the decor, babe.
I do have an idea of the decor, and I think the decor was perfect, but I have a vision of a theme that I want.
But the theme would have worked better in that venue, even if the decor that you're doing in the venue that you're doing now, if you had it in the first original venue, it would have been better. So not that the decor is better, but decor works better when a venue suited to that decor.
But I feel like if you're a good decorator, you should be able to transform any room.
You can transform any room, but a venue,
because a
venue has it really affects an event, from the entry, from everything, just everything. That venue was better.
No, I get it, but it's like, babe, it's a baby shower.
No, it's not like you're right in terms of the logistics, but I just don't want you to sway their answers, because I want them to fully know what they're voting for.
I don't think it's a sway. I think it's a thing where it's like, what would you do in that
I would say,
situation?
and also you're saving more money as well if you do the first one. So you also need to consider that when you're voting, because I want to be fair.
What do you mean, the one that I've...
So yeah, the one that you're saving money as well. So also like, need to take that into consideration when you're voting.
And saving money, but I feel like, because I've saved money with the venue, even though the venue's not as nice, I can take advantage of the decor. So the decor can bring it up rather than, do you know what I mean? Not pay as much for decor because the venue, I'm paying more for the venue. But when the venue is nice, you don't need to do as much decor. So it kind of works either way. But either way, I feel satisfied and I feel happy.
As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
I'm happy. I really trust the people are going to do it. So I think that's the main thing. And I think because it's not like a big thing anyways, the people that are coming will just enjoy it, appreciate it, and also bring the presents for the baby, you know. But we've got some bad news though.
What's the bad news?
Because some people that have done all of this, or this opinion, or this involvement, might not be there.
My man, that's not my man yet. When I was complaining to him, I was just like, oh yeah, like I just really want her to do it. He was like, babe, why are you stressing? Like, one, like it's her baby shower, and two, you can't even make it. Babe, and I was like, yeah, but that's not the point. Like the thing is, I just want it like how I want it. I know it's not my baby shower, but I know she would like it how I'm saying that it should be.
But I feel like, do you know what it is? I feel like because you have, okay, this is how we're different, right? You, like, we both have such high expectations. We want things to be perfect. I think I'm a perfectionist, but I think the difference between me and you is I can be like, oh, do you know what, it's all right. Like,
yeah, you'll be like, this is easier. Yeah,
like,
it makes sense. So let's do that one.
I can kind of be all right. I think it has to be.
I can't see something that could have been, and then you want me to close my eyes and then have something else, because now I can't get that out of my head.
I know, but I think the thing is as well, sometimes I feel like sometimes presentation is so important, I think, because of our job and how we like our things, whether it's makeup, fashion, the way we like our house. And then when you have events, and especially when it's important, you want it to be perfect. But I think sometimes when you put so much pressure on that, you lose what the actual purpose of it is for. And I feel like I don't want to stress you. You know, sometimes you stress yourself. When I had my 25...
I wasn't stressed.
This girl was stressed.
I was stressed because you had to make a decision, and I was stressed at the fact that you wasn't making the decision that I wanted. That's the only thing.
Yeah, you wanted...
I would do it again 100 times for you.
Oh, I know, because you want something perfect for me. But sometimes you can't have perfect, which is really hard for people that want things perfect. So I feel like... I'm excited for it now. I think I was initially stressed out. The other venue would have been better, and exactly that's why as soon as I saw it, I just knew it was the venue. That's why that woman is so annoying, because we should have said no when she asked us to change the date. We should have said no and been. That's what's so annoying when you actually accommodate people, because you end up sometimes being... Trust
me, one left with the shorter end of the straw.
So sometimes maybe you have to be a bit more hasty. But why are you not why might you not be...
Why can't I make the baby shower, guys? I'm really sad about it. So the reason why I can't make the baby shower is because your girl is going into locked in.
Woo! Guys, I'm so excited to see this girl on on YouTube, like
in living with people in that environment. So guys, I'm going on locked in, and it's so annoying because the day that I have to go away is the day before her baby shower. But guys, when I tell you, if you want to see a diva at work, this was me with Maz's baby shower. Once I had signed the contract and everything, I was like, okay, but I have a family event on this day, so can't they work around me? And I don't know, accommodate me because I need to be at the baby shower. I was on my manager. They were like, no, you know, they can't do that, whatever. And I was like, but I'm pretty sure, like, you know, them ones where you just know, but if I was Beyonce, you would accommodate. Because why would you accommodate? Because you want Beyonce to do it no matter what. And I was just, it made me realize, it made me deep. I need to get to the point in my career where I am Beyonce. You know when people need you, that they can bend things to suit you?
Because let's be so for real. I feel like...
Just leave it as that. How do I feel about locked in?
Yeah, how do you feel about locked in? But also, I feel like for me, it hurts my feelings because it's like, it's actually my first child. Like, this experience, I'm never gonna... Like, I could do it again, but not the first time again. And Adeola's just been there from the day with this baby.
Even when it was conceived. Maybe it was conceived the day I saw you.
It actually was. And we were holding this kind of thing that day as well. So
yeah, we were hosting the VMAs.
The VMAs that day, it was conceived. That one last time, it was conceived.
Literally.
So I just feel so hurt that they don't understand the bond.
The bond.
How serious this is.
Yeah.
I feel so... For Asylum, this is an act to
But you know
How
what
can
they're
you
trying?
do this?
Currently, I don't know. They're saying they're
Yeah.
going to try and see what time I'm needed. But low-key, I know it's not going to be
Yeah.
enough time. But the fact that they're trying makes me happy. I think before I was thinking, you lot are not taking it seriously to know how important it is for me. You think I just want to go to my friend's baby shower.
Yeah.
No, it's my family thing. So when they started looking into the logistics to see if it could work, it just made me a bit more happy.
bit
It's like,
reassured.
at least you're taking
Trying.
something that's important to me
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
In terms of I can't make it. Then I know I've tried everything and I can't make it. And
Well-
obviously, guys, I still have to do it because, you know, I got to collect the bag too.
Yeah.
Because having a baby isn't cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
And I feel like, I don't feel any type of way you go in. I think you...
Yeah, Maz would want me to go.
Yeah, like it's an opportunity, it's fun. Like the only thing I fear is that I actually give birth whilst you're in there.
She's not even remotely nearly due. I mean,
I am.
You're due.
I could,
in
like, as
2
in-
weeks if I make it to the final.
Yeah, and from this period where I am, like I could drop, like
Any
if
moment.
any moment, like realistically, but God willing we don't. But I think that'd be my hardest bit because I just can imagine me texting you or calling you like, babe, my water's broke, we're on our way to
Yeah.
hospital, like make your way. So yeah, but I'm really excited for you to do it. Well, okay, can you talk about how this moment is actually really significant and maybe help our listeners understand about sometimes no doesn't always mean no forever. No,
Yeah.
it might be no right now.
Yeah. So it's funny because I was in the conversations to do Locked In. I don't remember how many years ago, but it was the year that Rachel Badder did it.
Yeah. Was that 2-3 years ago?
2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I was so excited. That was when I started to do more I wasn't doing much digital content.
Yeah.
I had my toes in the pool.
You dipped it in a
Yeah.
little bit.
So when the opportunity for Locked In came in at that moment back then, I was gassed. I was like, oh my God, I really want to do it. Like the money at the time they were off because you do get paid to go in it as well. I was like, oh my God, like
never seen this kind of money
never
before.
seen this kind of money before. Like I really want to do it. Like, and then when I got the news that they obviously went with other people, I was so sad. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, like another opportunity taken from me. And it's just like, you just always feel like, oh, nobody in the industry sees my value. Like they would rather have other people over me. You just get a bit down about it.
Yeah.
Obviously moved on from it, you know? So then to have this full circle moment now, and I'm going in the house as one of their biggest talents.
Yeah.
And
Woo, period.
the money, obviously not everything is about money, but the money that I got offered to go in this time is like
more than triple
like,
like,
what they offered me the first time. So it's just like sometimes you do get a no for that moment and you don't understand why, but it's just a no for now.
Yeah. I
Because
think
the
it's
yes
good.
that's coming is just way better. And even the timing to go in now, I feel like it even makes more sense.
I feel like you're more confident about who you are. And I was like to her, because obviously I've done like reality and I'm like, are you prepping? Are you watching? And she was like, no, I'm just going to go and be my absolute self. I think that's the best way you can do a show like that.
Yeah, because I feel like if I went in the first time, I would have felt a lot of pressure as well.
Yeah.
Especially because it was like, I wanna be able to do this when I come out.
Yeah,
I haven't had
that's
much
true.
opportunity. Whereas now that I'm going in, it's just more, I'm actually going in for the experience.
Yeah, because where you see yourself digitally is like you're kind of there, and it's only going to get bigger and better. And now it's like I can actually showcase and enjoy myself on this platform. 100%. So I'm really excited for you guys. You're going to
support your girl. Hopefully when this comes out, you can vote. And hopefully we get a lot of new listeners from the Foot Asylum platform.
Yeah, I'm excited. What, are you scared about anything, or do you think
Not
more?
really. The only thing I'm scared about is the hygiene and the food.
Yeah,
and
you're one of them people, like Adeola has a particular taste of everything, and I think people is definitely like that. It's like you're not someone that, I don't know how to explain it. You don't need to. You won't force it with everyone.
No,
like you don't.
I don't even care about how I'm going to be perceived.
Yeah.
Like, when you're loved in real life, I honestly, if you love, hate, whatever, I just, as long as I don't get cancelled, babe. But I don't think I'll do anything stupid like that to get cancelled. But yeah.
No, you'd have to do something mad to get cancelled, but no, I can't imagine it. We're excited. Like, I think we're saying how we keep saying this thing about, obviously one of our episodes talked about new eras, and I was saying like how I feel like it's we're stepping into, especially coming to the end of the year, just stepping into that new era. And I think this is a nice little thing. I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
So,
but as you guys know, the theme for this week was when did you deep you were broke. And if you want to be able to send in and participate in the theme, make sure you're following us on our social media, where we put out every week what the theme for the following week will be.
Woo.
So I'm excited to get into these stories.
How did we even actually get to this theme? Because I feel like every theme is related to us. And I just feel like there's no shame
in being
broke, because in this climate, let's be so for real, I feel like it's hard,
babe. It is hard. And I feel like there's a what's that thing, I don't want to say the word wrong because I'm going to say it wrong. Is it there's a misinterpretation of
said it right,
how people just think we got it like that.
Yeah. And I feel like I said to Adeola, and she agrees with me, I think we've had this narrative as if we stunt and spend and are materialistic. I just don't know where it came from. Like, I have never ever brought something expensive and shown it online or done an unboxing or done anything like that, because first of all, I don't feel like I would need to. And second of all, that's not my strife. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I feel like
you're not like a luxury
person. I'd invest
content creator. Yeah.
It's more of a reinvest in concepts, in studio, upgrade your like things
to
make you more.
Wrong. We do have a couple nice things. Like we have a couple nice shoes and a couple nice bags. Like
couple nice jewelry. Like it's
But it's not like we've not got Chanel bags.
No, not yet.
It's still a goal of ours to like, you know, get that one Chanel bag one day. So when you guys see it, just know
it was hard work. Yeah, that's when you know we're really up. We're that Chanel. And I just feel like, I feel like it's crazy when sometimes you just see that narrative and it's like, okay, fair enough, I might spend money on a dress. Yeah. But it's this whole...
It's work.
It's work. It's the whole production. It's the whole feel. It's all of that side. And I feel like sometimes, I feel like now being a mum, like about to be a mom, and also like I have to be so much more smarter with how I spend, because I'm not spending money on me anymore. I'm spending money on this baby, and you know, especially in this climate, and trying to make sure that with our work we are also ensuring that we are being true to ourselves, not just chasing the money. It's about ensuring that you're chasing what's right for you despite of the money, and sometimes that can be hard, but it's been we've had some hard times, and I feel like some of the stories that come in we can relate to them. So do you have the first one?
Let me read the first story dilemma. Okay. I am in my 4th year of university now, but in my first year I was really broke. I come from a really poor family, but my friends are quite well off, so they always wanted to go to expensive places, so I decided to find a way to make money. I signed up to a dating site and put the age range on 50 plus. I met a 60-year-old who lived in a completely different country, and after telling him my situation, he decided to pay me for watching him naked. I felt like it was a joke at first, but he paid me a lot, and all I had to do is watch. I got so comfortable, and I could actually get out and have fun with my friends without worrying. However, the longer it's gone, the more he's asking for. Now he is asking for nudes and offering more money. What should I do? I'm in my final year and working a lot would distract me from my studies. What would you do in my situation? P.S. I'm a Libra and I'm indecisive. Help. I could relate to that because I change my mind every hour.
Yeah.
However, I could easily tell you what I'd do in that situation. I wouldn't do it. There's no, like, I could never compromise my body, and like it already makes me feel sick to do stuff like that with someone that I don't even have any type of love, connection, attraction to. Yeah. I feel like I'm abusing myself. Yeah. That's how I would feel. So I personally couldn't do it. And I feel like sometimes money isn't everything. Like, okay, you're broke, but if I can eat food, my rent is paid. If it's just that I have to sacrifice going out, I would rather just not. Yeah. Than exploit myself over something I don't even want to
do. I agree with you. And I think for me, the alarming thing with when you're broke is that the easiest way for a lot of us girls, which is such a shame, to be able to get fast money is to probably push towards that sexualize yourself and the sex trade, the sex game, sex work and stuff like that. And do you know what I mean? I get it. Everyone, there's liberation and each to their own. But I feel like I had an experience like that at uni.
What was that?
Like I felt like I had to compromise that idea of thinking, okay, I need to be a stripper. Like I was so broke, babe, it's serious. Like I was so broke at uni that I was Googling how to be a stripper to make money. Yeah, because it's hard. Like I think I didn't come from a poor background. Like my parents done their own, was really good. So I didn't have the maintenance or anything like that. I got paid what I got paid. And even then I still had to have a job to be able to pay part of my rent and also survive. And I was dumb in love. So I was also giving away my money to my ex. It was just a mess. And honestly, it got to the point where not having money is it's so hard. Like it's the trenches, simple things like having food, like even getting food, like yeah, fair enough, you can, you know, make yourself a pasta, but I remember getting to the point where I didn't have enough to get like a 89p pasta and make it. Was so deep and I was just crying, and it's so hard. So I do understand why you would think, what is my last resort? And when you're seeing money like, oh, just send me a nude for, you know, £500 or £100, when you're at the trenches, it's so hard not to think about doing it. So, but I do feel like...
I feel like that's what... Sometimes being through your toughest moments makes you really deep what your morals are.
Yeah.
Because it makes you find out about yourself. Because it's like, how far... And you also have to think, how far will I actually go for this?
Exactly.
Because at first you're saying, oh, I was cool to watch. Then if you start considering, okay, now I'm going to send a picture. Oh, okay, now he wants to fly me out.
But that's like with any job,
now I have to sleep with him. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what are your boundaries?
What's your boundaries? Because that's like with anything. Because that's like, guys, first of all, they might start with, oh, I might sell a little bit of weed here. You just need to... a quick thing that you don't think is that deep. Because a little criminal activity is always a little criminal activity just to get you by, and to when you see you can make more money or you get comfortable, and
now breaking the law,
deep, and then you're now selling coke and you're doing all of this, you're smuggling, it gets out of hand. But I think what you say is really true about boundaries, like compromising something that you morally don't, you know, it's not right. Because one thing, when I've watched, I watch a lot of like podcast about is it called the Whatever Pod? Not to put them on, but they basically...
Why can't you put them on?
I can't put them on. But it's basically a group of guys. It's quite controversial. So there'll be sex workers that'll come on and they'll kind of like ask them why they do it and things like that. And the conversation always comes down to like, there's always another option to trying to get yourself out of a situation. Like, why must it be a compromise of the body? And I was like, but technically, when you think about it, I feel like, but it's you men that are also contributing to wanting that. Like, you're not doing any better for it. There was a really good debate about it, and I really like the way they saw it, but I don't know. I
think though in uni though, everyone is low key broke. I think I was my brokest when I was in uni. Same. And even after uni. And a moment in uni that I knew I was broke is when, you know, when being in your overdrafts is normal. Like,
oh my god,
minus 1,500 in my overdraft, and I'm like, yes, I've still got money. I've still got minus 500.
Yeah.
Like, and then you get paid, and I'm getting paid like 1K, and now I'm only minus 500, and it's like, yes, I've still got money. Like, that constant cycle of like being in my overdrafts, but still having a little bit more money to use that isn't mine, and I'm happy about it. And it's like, Whoa, how broke are you?
And they love to get the student overdraft. That is such a trap. Like, I couldn't, but mine was 1.5. My friend had 2.5, and I was thinking,
mine was 2.
2?
Yeah.
Babe, and it took, I think, 2 years after uni to clear that overdraft. The way I had to just firm my shifts in Costa and just get it done. But I think that also allowed, sometimes you have to be at your lowest to allow you to know how to get out of it, because it allowed me to understand discipline, and also like, okay, if I have to grind for like 6 months consistently, I know that I can't go out, I can't do that, just to get me out of the situation, I had to do that. So
short-term discipline for long-term
goal, like gains. Oh, bless her. But what should she do? You said she shouldn't.
I told her already.
Yeah, I don't think she should do it. And I feel like it's so hard, but I feel like online, other than sexual exchange,
I think if you want it that much,
things.
you could get another job. I'd rather be tired than do that to my body.
Yeah, like, everyone's different. It's so hard.
But it's clearly. I think there's certain people where, like, I know certain girls where it's like, to them this is nothing. Like, oh yeah, what, he wants a bit of news. I like taking news anyway. Here you go, and they're fine with it. Yeah. But if it's already something that you're contemplating because you feel like you wouldn't do that, or you wouldn't ever be that person, why is it so hard? Why wouldn't you just rather be a bit tired then? Because clearly it's something you don't want to do.
Yeah. No, I get that.
So
if she can find another job, she doesn't want to do it, so there's no point.
Or just, I wouldn't go out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't make it out. And maybe when you're actually vocal about it, if your friends want you to go that much and they're well off, hello, can you help me pay for this?
Yeah, I agree.
If you want me to come out so bad.
Uni days, let me tell you, it's uni is not all fun and games. It's really survival of the fittest, and also just staying out of trouble. All right, should we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, so around 2 years ago, I spent every penny I had on a 4-day trip to Ibiza with the girls. Someone I knew had been and said that when she got there, guys were offering to pay for them to come chill on their table, and basically that they didn't have to pay for anything when they got there. Turns out that's not always the truth, of course. We got there and there was no sign of these rich guys offering to pay for my drinks. After night 1, we had no money left. We were told not to drink the tap water and we couldn't even afford to buy bottled water. So we're boiling water on the stove to our Airbnb so we can get something to drink. It was awful. Don't go to Ibiza unless you've got money. And that's something that I really can relate to, guys. I've got another story about that because I never go away and on a brand trip as well, because sometimes I don't have it like that, where you're broke, because it is one of the worst feelings. Being broke in your home, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being broke in another country is another level of, like, how do I even explain the feeling of helplessness?
like you're deep in your life.
Yeah, like you thought you were like shit before, now you're bottom barrel shit. That's how you feel. And honestly, guys, I've experienced it. And what's worse,
when did you experience it?
I don't want to say when.
Don't say when, but what was it on the trip that made you think, yeah, like, I'm actually hella broke?
Oh, let me tell you, when I was on a trip and everyone was paying for drinks, and Adeola knows me as someone that I will be like, I'll get the drinks.
Oh my God, you know you're broke when you're just saying, you don't want them to be like, oh yeah, babe, you get this one, or oh babe, can you get it for me? And you're thinking,
oh my God. So I really was like, nah, I'm not drinking. Like, it's fine. And it's like, because I budgeted for myself and to get me home after this trip, because I still need to get a taxi home, by the way. And when you live in Surrey, it's not a quick £10-12 trip home. Yeah. It's 100 and something pounds. So if I've got that to get me home, I'm not buying a drink. And then and what made it worse, like, it weren't like £5 drinks. Drinks were coming to like £70. And I was like, that's when I knew I was broke. And I think I felt so bad about it, because I'm someone that would be like, let me get this for you, like, let me get it for you. And when I was in that position in a different country where I couldn't, it was hell. And it's just like, my pride was not going to say, oh babe, I'm broke, I haven't got money. There was no way. Tell me.
There was one time, don't even laugh, because I know she's going to start laughing, because she's going to know exactly what I'm talking about. I was dating this guy and I was hella broke, and I remember saying, like, where I had just gone to, they didn't feed me, so I was just like, I'm gonna have to get food when I get home. And he was like, babe, like, I'll order you some food. And then he was like, actually, I'm just driving right now, order what you want and I'll give you the money when I see you. In my head I was thinking, but I can't. I just thought, do you know what, babe, don't worry, I'm just not even gonna order anymore. And then I just left it as that, because it was just like, you know, them ones where it's like, I can't spend a penny from my account because everything is accounted for 100%. In this moment. So no, don't send me the money.
Low key as well. I just feel like, for me, if someone's asking for something, it's like, don't. I need it. So I don't need, like, use what you have and then later. No. I need it now. And it's like, it's pride again, because babe, there's no way you could have said to the guy you're dating, I need it in my account, please. Now. Like, no. Oh no, like, I think this is why I feel like they always, like, I get why sometimes you can compromise yourself, because you never know what someone's low is and how bad they feel in that low, because just something as simple, your pride wouldn't allow you to even just say, like, no, can you send it? Like, I'm a bit tight. Do you know what I mean? And then that's just like that's not you broke where you can't pay your rent. You can't pay your bills. It just means you're broke where it's like, it's uncomfortable right now.
Extra stuff.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Necessities.
So no, money. They always say this thing, like, money makes me happy. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, money isn't everything, but my goodness, money helps.
Solve 99.8% of my problems.
100%. We were saying like, just a cheeky 200k, 300k in the account this month would be lovely. That would solve a lot.
And you know what? I want to okay, wait. Let me do this last one first before I deep more. Okay. I realised I was broke the year I left uni.
Where's uni?
I was working in a city and met a guy on a dating app who worked in a similar job to me and was a couple of years older. We went for a drink at a really nice bar in central London, and when we were done, he went straight to the bar and paid. So we didn't even have the shall we split it chat, which I'm so glad of because I was in depths of my overdraft. And then he asked if I wanted to come back to his for a drink. I wouldn't normally go back on a first date, but this boy had Riz, and I was just in that kind of mood. Oh, girl, I know what you mean. He puts us in a cab, which drives, no joke, 5 minutes down the road, and we pull up to the bougiest apartment block I've ever seen. I tried hard to not look fazed, but when we walked in the flat, just smelled like money. So I asked him how he affords the rent when we did the same job, and he tells me it's one of his dad's flat. I had fun with him and for a few weeks, but best believe I could not have taken that boy back to my 6-person house share and have any pride left. So I had to end it. Whoa.
No.
Do you know what? I feel like it's always okay for a girl to be on the same level as a guy.
I agree.
So, girl, you are not serious.
You fumbled the
bag. Instead of you to marry that man and then also claim entry to those one-off apartments that his dad owns, you're ending it.
Yeah, I don't know why she did that, but she felt embarrassed. She felt like she wasn't good enough, and that's the thing.
Have you ever dated a guy that you felt like, oh my gosh, he's so up or he's so bougie or in terms of that?
Yeah, but never where I felt like I wasn't good enough, because I feel like how I've been raised is that the man is always meant to take care of the woman, like, do you know what I mean? So it's even better if the man's already ahead, like way ahead. So what do you have to do? Like, just do your part, do you know what I mean? And I feel like for a lot of guys, they do like to take care, especially, and it's even better when I think for a guy, it's even better when the girl doesn't have such a high expectation so soon. It's like, oh, okay, I don't need to do too much just yet. Like, I know she's a good girl. She comes from like a good household. She values money. Like, it's not just materialistic for her. So I think that would have been a good match. Like, it's such a shame she shut herself down because she didn't feel worthy enough to be with him because of the money. It's so sad. I've watched loads of Nigerian films about that, you know, where there's a rich prince and then they fall in love with the household
and the mom, of the village, and now she's a city babe. I remember one time.
Gosh, I love these stories.
No, but it's not really like to do with like being broke. I remember dating someone and thinking, whoa, how do they afford this? Like, he drove a Bentley, had a Ferrari.
Oh, I think I know who it is.
Lived really bougie, like in this uptown apartment. And sometimes I would just be conscious of like, oh my God, I remember when he took me to this restaurant. It was the first time I started to get wined and downed. Cool, very good. Wined and dined, and we went to this bougie restaurant in Knightsbridge. I didn't know what cutlery to pick up, and I was just so embarrassed. Like, I just picked up one spoon and I saw he was using another, and then I put that one down, and then I picked up another, and then even when I went to his apartment, I had my shoes in my hand.
I remember you telling me
I didn't realize that I thought it was a pool table or whatever, and like the way he picked up my shoes. But I was a bit tipsy as well, so I must have just left my shoes on the pool table. He picked it up, it was like in disgust, like, how's this dirty girl leaving her shoes on this pool table and put it on the floor, and I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my God, you could tell like I'm just not an uptown girl.
I think the worst for me was before I knew how to use chopsticks. That's when I
can't use
chopsticks. It's quite easy now. I think you can even freestyle it. Like, there's loads of tutorials on TikTok.
And like my hands are all like
crooked. Yeah. I think that was mine. Oh, mate, being broke, man, is just not easy because first of all, you're dealing with the actual issues with it, like how it affects your life, and then on top of that, when you're around people that aren't broke, you devalue yourself and you feel like you shouldn't be in these spaces. You can't be around. Any advice we can give our listeners in those broke periods, because I think those make you the best characters, in my opinion, when you are broke and coming out of it.
Yeah, I think it depends like why you're broke. Sometimes you can foresee that this is just my broke season. Like, you have a plan, and it's like all you have to do is stick to it, and you'll come out of it. It's sometimes when you're broke and you're trying not to accept it, you're trying to chase or follow friends that are not even in the same position as you, and you're just staying in a cycle. And if you're determined to come out of that broke phase, you just need to stick to the plan that you have for yourself, and not force yourself in spaces that you already know is just gonna put you further down.
I agree.
So yeah, that's what I'll say.
Yeah. I'll just say, like I said, brokenness is a season. Like, I feel like it's hard to say it because, like, in the spectrum, some people are at poverty to the end, and that's it depends on the spectrum. But I feel like brokenness, just like everything, it doesn't always last forever. And I feel like how you handle these periods and how you discipline yourself, and also how you motivate yourself out of it, plays a part. But I would always say don't compromise your morality for money. No. Because in the long run, you just don't want to end up feeling hatred towards yourself. Yeah, and you regret it or disgusted by yourself. Because sometimes even the fact that I thought about stripping, I just think, wow, like, that's how much I was like, I just need money. Do you know what I mean? I need to get by. I need to feel good again, because money does security, stability. It's like you'll feel happier. So guys, I can't remember if I admitted that deep here. I don't think I've ever admitted that. I've done something bad for money before. Tell me. I can't. I cannot. I was illegal what I done. But I've done something illegal as well. I done fraud. Yeah, you're Nigerian. I've done. You're Nigerian. I was going back to I've done fraud. I'll say, okay, I'll put it like this. I done fraud, and I worked in a phone shop. You just put two and two together. I feel like you can low key just imagine what I did. I regret it till this day. But do you know what? This is what I'm trying to say. Like, can I say uni? Yeah, I was in uni. So I feel like this is what I'm trying to say. Uni was survival of the fittest. And when you're not getting that maintenance loan, I'm telling you, and it makes a difference. That grant, some of my friends were getting, I'm thinking, how are you surviving? You're doing, and your parents can't even. They can't just be sending you money. No. Imagine you're working, and your job that you're working on top of going to lectures, it's not sustaining. And you'll be thinking, what are you paying for? But when you're paying towards rent on top of the money they've given you, where's the money for survival? We're going to move on to the voting booth to rank which story we think is the deepest. Okay, so for me, personally, I think Dilemma 1 was the deepest, because I just feel like just the whole uni experience as well is hell, is torture, it's hard, it's new people, it's new environments, and then not having money makes it so much harder. The fact that she had to sign up to a dating site and she put the men to like 50 plus, for me, you're around like 18, 19, 20, 21, right? Yeah, 2021. So I just feel like to put the range to these older men, it already puts you in such a vulnerable position that isn't always safe. It could be dangerous, and that just shows the level and the extremeness of like how broke this individual was. And then obviously meeting a 60-year-old for me is just such a big age gap, and just feeling like they're comfortable to also do that just made me feel uncomfortable. And paying to compromise your body, paying for sexual favors, for me, I think is so deep, especially when it's not something that you are confident or happy to do. So that one I found the deepest, and bless her, it's hard. Like, what do you do? And you can clearly tell she doesn't want to do it, and I don't think she should do it. So this was a really deep one for me. I feel like the one about the guy, number 3, the dilemma number 3, I don't think it was that deep. I feel like she probably just got a bit insecure within herself and her situation, and she allowed herself to, she kind of blocked her blessing a little bit. If you got a guy that's bougie and rich, like, he opens you up to a new life. A guy can either ruin you or elevate you. And I feel like this guy could have elevated her. I wish she had more confidence in herself and also play damsel in distress, because that's that kind of situation. Like, let him save you, let him take you from poverty to like riches. Do you know what I mean? So I wish she just stuck it out. And then number 2 as well, I think I can really relate to this one, because no one understands what it feels like to actually be broke away and with people that have money and you can't do your part. But so broke, dilemma number 1 is the deepest, and then dilemma number 3, and then dilemma number 2, and then dilemma number 3. So, but 1, 100%.
So I'm gonna go with dilemma 1 as the deepest. I just think what she is trying to consider is mad, and I don't even think I've seen her 50 plus naked yet. So I'm just wondering, like, what did that even look like? Like, you can consistently look at that naked body, and what was he doing? Was he just there naked? Like, I feel like that's quite deep. Obviously I'm not judging, because obviously, you know, like, I'm not one to judge. I have done some mad things for money, but I do think out of the 3, this is probably the mad one. And I just think as well, he's already asking for more, and I think it's not gonna stop here. Unless she stops it, he's gonna keep asking for more and more and more, and that's what concerns me about this one, which is why I think it's the deepest. And the not so deep one, I'm just gonna put that girl that fumbled the bag. If you can find that man, go back to him and tell him you just needed to work on yourself and now you're ready. I just think, especially if you lot got on, why would you stop dating a guy because he has money? Do you know what this is what the girls in the streets are looking for? This is what girls are getting their hair done, makeup, mini dress, even BBL surgery for this kind of man, and he fell in your lap at work and you're just dismissing it because you don't think you're worthy? Girl, bye. And the thing is, you work at the same job, so he probably already knows roughly how much you're getting a month. So he's not bothered by it. Do you know what I mean? You just fumbled. I have never seen anyone fumble so hard. So yeah, that's the one that I'm putting as not so deep. What did you put as the deepest one?
Definitely the first one.
Yeah, I feel like
that was a deep,
given. Yeah,
and I feel like because she actually wasn't fully confident in that. Like, it wasn't the story where she came up and said, oh, you know, I've done this is the brokest I've been. It's actually still kind of advice, like, what should I do? She's still contemplating if this is morally something.
I do think the second one is quite mad, though. Like, if he was like, Adeola, but the thing is, I can imagine that conversation. Like, Adeola, let's go on a trip. Trust me, you don't have to pay for nothing. The man then will pattern everything.
Can I say one thing as well in regards to that? I just never understand, and I think we've had this conversation where girls rely on men to basically, what's the thing, run their lifestyle. Do you know what? I think I get it. Do you know what I mean? If they can, they will. But I think it's more important to have your own first. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, they can fund it, but have your own, because nothing's more embarrassing than thinking you've got something paid for. And even the fact that I find men very arrogant. Sometimes they love knowing that they have that power thing on you.
And you know them ones where, like, have you ever had this thing where, like, you're already on the table, but maybe one of the guys didn't know you're on that table, and then you like go like get a drink, or you go, and then they try like worthless you, like, oh, who brought this one to the table? And it's like, bro, I've been on this table. And it's just like, I don't like embarrassment like that. Like, I like that if I want to make a guy feel like a dickhead, I want to be able to make him feel like a dickhead and still be able to get a taxi home or pay for that drink.
This just triggered me at one event we went to.
What event was that?
Can I say the event?
The
Mani Norte party.
What happened at that
Babe,
party?
do you remember we were in the section and then they tried to say we weren't in this section and they were trying to get us out of the section. Babe.
And then did someone save us?
Yeah, it was that saved us.
Who?
Crept.
Oh, I remember.
Okay.
Let me whisper. You don't have to say his name out loud.
Sorry, guys. I'll say thank you because that was really nice, guys. We went.
That's happened to me twice. You know,
that's my first time. Never again.
And guys, this is why sometimes I don't like going to these things when it's not pattern. The thing is, a pattern though.
But, okay, right. Let's just talk about it really quickly. Since we're on that topic, okay, we got invited to a party. We had wristbands to be in a section, and that section, because remember, it was Izza that sorted us out.
Oh yeah,
She even took us out from the queue to, instead of us queuing in the wrong queue, she put us in, like, she sorted us out. Big up Izza. And sorted us out. We were in the section had like some artists and stuff like that. Me personally, I just don't enjoy being on tables with guys because of that ego trip thing. I have more fun when we've been to Marbella, Ibiza. We've bought ourselves our own table and being with the girls, because I go out for the girls. I go out with, obviously when I was single.
Because having to enter, like, one of the friends has to entertain someone that they're not even into
like that, and then their stupid friends will be talking to you, and you're not even on that. So for me, I have the best time when me and Adeola would go out. We have a table that's sorted out. Some other girls can come, and that's it. If I know some of the guys are our friends, by all means, come and join us. But I don't like that.
That's how we're going to have fun.
Yeah.
It's because these guys have to get the table.
Thank you. So we were in a section, and what is it with the security? It's not even the guys. Sometimes it just be security. And I do feel like, I'm going to say, if you're not like this ambiguous looking, light skin, mixed race look, they treat you like you don't deserve to be there. Like, why are you there?
Wait, why was you there? And it's like, bro, you saw me here. I've been going toilet back and forth. Why is it now all of a sudden you don't remember me? Or
I think that as other girls were coming in, so that this guy was trying to say to me and a joke, was it me?
Oh my God, it was even how he moved us off the section as well.
It was so
violating. The guy that was like,
like, go, you're not supposed to be here.
And it's the one when they make it so clear they're kicking you off.
And it's like, calm down. And I'm the kind of person, you saw me, you know, at Wireless, babe. Remember Wireless had our first argument because me, okay, I'll go. I'm not gonna beg to be here.
Maz doesn't like that kind of embarrassment.
No, like, I just don't like it. So when he did that, luckily Crept was on the table, and he obviously knew we were on the table. So no, they're on the table, so thanks for that. But that's what I mean, like, I don't like that reliance of a man, especially in them environments. It pisses me off, like the ego-ness. I'd rather have my own. So even little things like asking, like, sometimes I hear certain stories like, I'll ask this guy that I'm just talking to for a handbag, and I'm like, but just buy your own, like, let him buy.
Like, if you want it that bad, if it's like I have to have this bag. If it's nice if someone gives you something, but don't make it be it has to. You have to.
And I feel
like, won't be happy.
When does it stop? When will it get to the point where, okay, you have to give something back now? Do you know what I mean? So, like that situation with coming out for guys, you couldn't convince me, babe. Like, we need to...
I feel like I could convince you. Well, me not now, obviously not. But back in the day, if I was like, Maz, like, honestly, just get your flights. So-and-so's patterned it. Like, don't worry. Like, I feel like for a girl, like, that would be easily to convince her. But it's like, it's not that I will have zero in my account.
I need to have...
It's like, babe, like, I'm actually spending money that I didn't even want to spend, and I haven't budgeted to spend.
I feel like we've had another... Nigeria. Was it like Nigeria was kind of like that? I felt when we went to Nigeria, I feel like let me explain to you. I felt like Nigeria felt like we couldn't enjoy a table for us lot without being with guys, and I found that really frustrating. But that wasn't even
because of money. It's you're with girls that actually have money, but it's more in terms of like, we have to go, like, the whole mission for the night is to be on a table. Because even they don't let you.
Night. It's like even the old club people, they don't let you.
They
like,
do.
As in,
you can get a table for yourself, but it's just more like, oh, why am I going to buy a table when there's going to be guys there? We could be on their table kind of thing.
See, I don't see that logic, I think, but why would I be on a table with guys that I can't... You know when you want to feel loose? Not loose
and I don't mind being on guys' tables, but it's like, as long as it's the ones where it's like, we don't know what guys yet table. Everything is just up in the air. It's like, okay, we talk to this one. It's like beggy, beggy. If it's a guy like, you know, that's my guy, like, babe, that's Jalen, or that's whoever. It's
it's different. You can and you can have fun without there being an ulterior motive.
Because I will fully ask you, I'm with my girls, 5 girls, let's go on your table, like, and they wouldn't see any way about it because they're like, that's my girl, like, that's my bed, like, that's my friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's the ones that you don't know from anywhere, and it's like, you're pretty girls, and it's like, so what do they want? Some guys are cool. They're just happy to have pretty girls on their table, and for them it's a flex. They don't want anything. But then some guys, they take it too far. Yeah. And that's what I'm not.
And then some guys are very stingy though, because I've seen situations where like you're on their table and they get angry for you drinking, and I get it if they've paid for bottles. That's what I feel like. I don't want to ever feel like I'm taking from someone that they haven't like allowed me to, if that makes sense. If we paid for a table and we get in bottles, then it's like it's free. Everyone let's all drink.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, guys, let us know how you would rank the stories and what one you think is the deepest.
Yeah.
As you know already, make sure you're following Deep It Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and if you're listening on audio, make sure you give us 5 stars, please. Your girls are trying to be the #1 podcast in the game.
We will be. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys are watching. We'll have a new episode every week, and that's on Monday from 5 p.m. with a new, amazing, fun theme. You guys know the drill. I have been Mariam.
Been your girl, Adeola Patron.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.